All right, good morning, everybody. We are back for another workout from CrossFit Hyattsville on Thursday, January 14th. We have another great one for you. We're going to cover full body today. We're going to go through our normal warm-up, 8 moves, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Then we're going to go into 2 strength portions. Again, between 2 moves, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. That's going to consist of thrusters, dumbbell thrusters, and a walking plank to half burpee, which is a little bit of a new move for us. You can kind of figure out how it goes. You are going to start in your plank position, and you're going to start with that walking plank. So it's going to go down, down, up, up. Then you're going to jump your feet up into a low squat, active stance, and jump back into plank. So here, walk, walk, come up into your position. So a couple ways you can modify that. You can step back instead of jumping. So after you do your walking plank, you would come here, just step up, sit back into your squat, step back. And if you want, if you need to, you can put your knees down for the walking plank portion. So you'd be on your knees here, plank, plank, and then you could step up or hop up. So that is the half burpee, walking plank to half burpee. We're then going to go into a combination of seesaw lunges. And we've done these before. That's a forward step back. So with the seesaw lunge, you're stepping into it and then doing a reverse lunge with the same leg. And then we will switch left, left, reverse, and just go back and forth between legs there. And then let's go ahead and review the reverse burpee, which most of you know is like one of my least favorite moves, but that's why we have to do it. So from standing, you're going all the way down. And you're going to kick your feet up into that candlestick, come up, and jump up into your burpee. Couple of points of performance. When you're coming from your candlestick down to get your feet down, really get some momentum and swing those heels towards your butt to get your feet under you and start getting your momentum forward so it makes it easier to stand up. The other thing is, if you're not quite able to turn over there and get onto your feet, use your hands by your hips to support. Okay? Once we go through all that, then we have a WOD, 8 minutes of devil's press, butterfly sit-ups, and double unders or penguin claps. Then we're going to do a core finisher, and then our mobility. So we got a lot of work to do. So let's get right into it. What do you need for equipment? Jump rope or something to do or an area to do penguin claps. For the warm up, you want both dumbbells available. We're going to start with singles and then add a second one halfway through. If you have something on the lighter side, you should definitely start with that. I'm going to get my equipment ready and we're going to get going in a few minutes, or not even a few minutes, in about 30 seconds to a minute. Timer is set, and I will talk you through the movements as normal. Let me just set my weights here. All right. Here we go. We're starting off with our jump rope, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, or penguin claps, which I'm going to be doing because I'm not going in and out of the garage today. Too cold. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, jump. Whether you're using a rope or penguin clapping, make sure you're doing good hollow position. Trying to stay upright. You don't want to be jumping your legs back. Nice, steady rhythm. Couple taps as you're in the air. Try and add 3 taps if you're feeling good. Nice, steady pace. 2, 1, and break. Now we're gonna hit the ground for butterfly sit-ups. Again, if you have an ab mat, you can use that. Under you. Make sure you're getting good butterfly feet together. 3, 2, 1, go. Going back, touching shoulders. Coming up, touching in front of the feet. As you come up, instead of rolling your back, think about sitting upright. Really exaggerate that. Let your shoulders come past your hip crease. Inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. 2, 1, and rest. All right, we're gonna go into our alt devil's press. We've done these before. We're gonna start with a single dumbbell. Have a second available for you. So one side. I'll walk us through this. 2, 1, go. So we're gonna jump back into our plank. Touch chest to the ground. Come up, switch hands, jump back, thighs and chest touch, jump up, weight goes overhead, switch hands, come up. Here, you can add a second dumbbell now. We're going to use 2 in the workout. 2, and rest. All right. Now we're going to go into that walking plank half burpee and test that move out. So we're going to the ground, move your weights out of the way. Starting in plank. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So we're going to go down, down, up, jump, jump back. Down, down, up, jump, jump back. When you come up into that jumping stance, come up, look upright, get your chest up, get into that good squatting position. Two, 1, rest. All right, we're gonna go into thrusters now, starting with 1 dumbbell. We're gonna clean that weight up, go down to full squat, punch it overhead. 2, 1, go. So here, all the way down and up. Switch, here. Some people like to switch overhead. I don't feel really comfortable doing that. I just pass it from side to side. Add that second dumbbell. Doing a lot of 2, 1, rest. Okay, reverse burpee. We're cruising through. Three, 2, 1. Let's go. Going down all the way. Candlestick up. Come up. Good momentum. Here's one with the hands to support. Or if you want to scale up, you could try and come out of it into a pistol, which is tricky. Not quite there. This morning. Rest. Now body weight, alternating seesaw lunge. So same leg, forward, reverse lunge. You could step in the middle if you have to balance yourself. 2, 1.
Let's go.
Forward lunge, right leg. Reverse lunge, right leg. And then go to left. If you have the balance, and you go right back in without stepping in the middle, go ahead and do that. If not, it's totally fine to gather yourself in between. We're going to be adding different carries when it comes time for the workout. 2, 1, rest. And then we're going to do 2 of our finisher moves on the floor. So hollow body scissor kicks, which are side to side. And then halfway through, we're going to go onto our forearms and do some jumping jacks. So get into your hollow, and scissor kicks are going side to side as opposed to our flutter kicks, which are up and down. So we're going to stay here for a minute. Well, not really, for about 15 seconds. And then what I want you to do is get over into a front plank on your forearms and jumping jack your feet. Hold a tight core. If that feels uncomfortable or is a little challenging, you can step out side to side.
Well done.
All right, time. So those last 2 movements we'll be doing during our core finisher. All right, grab a sip of water. Good warm up. It's starting to get warm in here already. Okay, and we're going to get into our strength portion. I'm going to run 1 clock from now through the finisher. So basically, it's going to count us through. It's building in our 2 minutes of rest. During the rest periods, if you need something or if there's any questions, we could just pause the rest period for a second. So don't hesitate to ask in between rounds. First one we're going to do is strength and skill, alternating 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off between our double dumbbell thrusters and our walking plank to half burpee. So 4 rounds of each movement. Then we're going to take 2 minutes of rest. If you want to scale those movements for the dumbbell thrusters, instead of using 2, use a single. Or if you only have a heavy dumbbell and it's a little too much to use both, you could also scale with using, if you only have a heavy that's tough to do an alt single, you can hold it and do, hold it by the dumbbell heads and do it that way, depending on what you have in your arsenal. And then the walking planks, we talked about those scales, the walking planks to half burpee. You could walk
so the thrusters, is that a squat every time? A squat and a thrust?
Yeah, so full squat.
And once you're up, you're up.
All the way down and all the way up. And then we're going back and forth between those positions.
Okay.
Yep, exactly. Right, we're not touching the ground. They're going back to the ground once you're up. Yes, exactly right. So that's the first one. Second set, after we have 2 minutes rest, we're going to go into our alt steps and our reverse burpee. So I'll re-cue us and remind us what's going on in between. All right. Then we'll get into our WOD. So I will give us our cues as we're going. Let me get to that timer. Because once we get going, it's like getting on a ride. Once we get going, we're not stopping. We can't get off. Here it is. Multi-segment. Great. All right. Any questions? Any other questions about the WOD? About what we're doing? Take a second to get the right weight. I am going to go a little bit down from what normally is prescribed because I'm trying to work through getting more reps as opposed to going a little heavier and taking breaks and things like that. So that's just the point of performance there. Get your area set, and we're going to get going in 30 seconds. All right, you all look ready to go. Here we go. We are going in 10. Move well and good luck. Thrusters and walking plank to half burpee. 2, 1, go. Hitting those thrusters first. Hang in, a few more seconds.
3,
2, 1, rest. Now we're going into that walking plank to half burpee. So we start up.
3,
2, 1,
go.
all right. I would try and keep feet wider, especially when you jump up. And again, totally fine to step back here. Come up into that low squat, or do your walking plank from your knees.
3, 2,
1, rest. Okay, that's one round, 3 to go. With your thrusters, really think about keeping that chest up. When you're going down in the front squat, don't let that weight drag you down. Try and keep it back. Brace your core at the top and the bottom. 2, 1, go. Nice. As you're pressing upwards, try and think about your knees going outward and pressing out as you're pressing up. Excellent.
3,
2, 1, rest. And as much as possible, you want to connect those movements together so that you're coming, pushing right through the squat, right into the thruster, or right into the overhead rather. All right. Here you go.
3,
2, 1, go. Resting walking plank to burpee, or to half squat rather. Good, sit back into it. Lower yourself, try and get that butt down low when you come into that squat. Yep, when you land, you want to get in that nice athletic stance, like you're ready to take action. 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, great, those are looking good. Keep a mind on those points of performance as we get into round 3, halfway done. I'm jumping back in.
3,
2, 1, go. at the top of the movement, really lock everything out. Quads, glutes, core.
Three,
2, 1, rest. Okay. Bottom of the third. I don't really like baseball, but I guess I could use a little baseball humor. Baseball metaphor. Here we go.
2, 1, go.
As you're going into your walking plank, each time try and alternate the arm that you start with.
Three,
2, 1,
rest.
rest. All right, 3 down, 1 to go. Keep it up.
3,
2, 1, and go. Keep your gaze forward. That'll help keep you upright.
Three,
2, 1,
rest.
rest. Woo, we're done with thrusters. Going to the ground one more time.
3,
2, 1.
go. Three,
2, 1.
done.
Woo! All right. Get a little break here.
3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go for 2 minutes of rest. Grab a little sip of water. Ugh. All right. Woo! Now we're going into same thing, alternating seesaw lunges and reverse burpees. First time we do the lunges, we're going to hold the farmer carry. You can hold that the whole time, or each round I'm going to mix grip, 1 up, 1 down, and then I'll finish the last round in front rack. It's totally fine just to stay with 1 grip the whole time too. We got a little less than a minute. And reverse burpees. Yeah, you can change your weight out if you need to. You can lunge more than you can thruster. Couple deep breaths, get a little control of your breathing. Shake everything out. Woo. Lot of full body. With these lunges, think about keeping your torso upright. Try not to lean too much and not too much side to side. Here we go, 10 seconds. Three, two, one, go. All right, so stepping forward right, back, and switch. Left.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we're going. I don't know what happened on that timer there. Remember, it's okay to step and get your balance in between. That knee just touches the ground.
3, 2,
2, 1. Rest. Going to reverse burpees. It's okay to pad your knee there if you need to. If you need to modify, here we go with the reverse burpees. Remember, swing down hard.
3,
2, 1,
go.
go. 10 seconds.
3,
2, 1.
rest.
Rest. Back to your lunges. This time, I'm going to farmer carry right, front rack left.
Three, 2, 1, go.
Definitely impacts the balance a little bit, being offset. So take time to move through the movement carefully.
Three,
2,
1,
1,
rest.
rest. Okay. Back to our reverse burpees. Really keep your legs tight, pointed, straight, toes pointed in that candlestick. Three, 2, 1, go. Think about sending your legs straight up to the ceiling when you're leaning back. Yeah, Maya, you can go point your legs up towards the ceiling instead of bringing them back all the way over when you roll back.
3,
2, 1, rest. That last one looked a little better. It wasn't coming all the way back over. When you go in, you want to try and get that going straight up as you roll up.
How do you get momentum?
Yeah, it's tough. That's just what you're working towards. All right, back to your lunges.
2, 1, go.
I'm switching the grip. Right leg, right arm's up. Left arm suitcase. Oop, just messed up. Started just doing alternating instead of seesaw. Too much talking. 2,
2,
1.
rest.
Yeah, as you're swinging back, you're kind of using your core to stop that momentum. I think I actually kind of stick my legs up as I'm coming back.
2, 1.
So think about pointing them upwards, and that might slow your momentum backwards down. Actually coming up onto my shoulder blades there a little bit. And in that top position, squeeze your glutes. In that candlestick position, squeeze your glutes, lock your knees, squeeze your quads. That might help too.
3,
2,
2,
1,
1.
rest.
My issue is that I need more forward momentum.
Right,
That's why
when you're
I go
coming
further
back down.
Yeah. It's
I
to
got
get- Yeah.
It's a work in progress, don't worry. All right, this time I'm front racking all the way.
3, 2, 1. Go.
Here we go. With that front rack, elbows are up and forward. Weight is really on the back of my delts, shoulders, which is helping keep my elbows up.
3,
2, 1.
rest.
All right, last round of reverse burpees. I also find with the momentum, I give a little pause at the top of that candlestick
3, 2,
and then get that momentum to roll in.
go.
Here we go. Whew. Reset. Here we go. Last 5 seconds.
3,
2,
2, 1.
1.
Done.
Woo! All right.
3,
That's the rest period countdown.
1. Go.
2 minutes of rest. Okay. Now we're getting ready for the WOD. 8-minute AMRAP of 3 devil's press. RX is 50 and 35. Followed by 30 double unders or penguin claps. Followed by, 3 devil's press, 10 butterfly sit-ups, 30 double unders or penguin claps. Then just keep repeating for 8 minutes. So it's 3 devil's press at 50 or 35. If you want to scale, do a single arm devil's press. RX plus is unbroken double unders. So that means even if you get to 28 and trip, you go back to 1. Sit-ups if you have an ab mat or something to put under your small of your back. All of that's just like we practiced in the warm-up. So you can switch weights out, use the same weight, scale with a single dumbbell. 3, 10, 30. We got 30 seconds to go. And we have 10 seconds till this 10-second countdown. So the first beep, the first few beeps ignore. They're going to give us another 10 seconds.
2, 1, done.
So 10 seconds now. 3, 10, 30, yep.
3,
3, 2, 1, go. Remember, keep that weight close to you. Good. Double unders are looking good, Tim. Okay. Go lighter or just sub out those double unders. I mean, the devil's press. Just over 2.5 minutes in. Halfway. Keep it up, keep working. Two minutes. Keep moving through the end. Focus on your form. Just keep moving. Yep. Under a minute. Finish strong. 30 seconds. Moving through the end.
Three, two,
One.
one.
Time. Whew. All right. That was a good one.
3,
Two.
1, go.
We're in our rest period of 2 minutes. You can clear out your dumbbells. Grab a sip of water. We are going to get ready for our core finisher. This is a Tabata. So 20 seconds on, 10 off, 8 rounds. First minute, we're doing those hollow scissors. And you can scale those by bringing your knees in and just scissoring from that position. And then we're getting into our front plank jacks, forearm front plank jacks. So alternating between our hollow scissors, or you can bring knees in and just go like this, rotating and holding your arms and shoulders off. And then forearm plank jacks. So either here or the scale. Okay. always forget to take my glasses off. They are fogging up. We got about another 30 seconds here of rest. So take it and enjoy it. We've already put in a lot of work. Now we're just putting on the icing on the cake here.
Three.
This is a 10-second countdown now. Coming up.
3,
2, 1,
go.
go. So getting into that good hollow. My shoulders are up. Ears are in line with my arms. My legs are out. My low back is touching the ground. And I am scissoring. Pointing my toes, trying to keep my knees locked nice and tight. Everything tight.
3,
2, 1.
rest.
Rest. Flip over. It is not a quick rest. Onto your forearms.
3,
2, 1.
go.
With this movement, really tighten your abs. Belly button's coming towards the spine. Tight all the way through. My elbows are stacked under my shoulders.
3,
2, 1.
rest.
Coming back. Into hollow.
3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. Breathe.
3, 2, 1, rest.
That was a long 20 seconds, but it's a fast 10. So switch over onto your forearms.
3,
2, 1, go. Remember, the scale is stepping side to side. That actually puts a little more time under tension
3,
on your core.
2, 1, rest.
The scale is still actually very tricky because it slows down the movement. Here we go.
2,
1, go.
Three,
2,
1,
rest. I took these off.
3,
Here we go. 2, 1, go. This is round 3.
Three,
2,
2,
1.
rest.
Or round 6, I guess. One more of each.
3, 2, 1.
Back to hollow. Five seconds.
3,
2, 1. Whew. Last plank, Jack. Come on. Make it count.
3,
2, 1.
go.
Go. Tight core all the way. Don't sag your back. 2,
2,
1.
rest.
Yes. Woo.
3, 2, 1, done.
That's a great sound. All right. Take a second to catch your breath. I am going to get us. We have just enough time. It's amazing how it works out that way. Almost like we planned it. We're doing 6 minutes. of mobility. We're going to ease into it a little bit. So we're going to be on the floor. I need a sip of water real quickly. As always, if you have somewhere you need to go, feel free to hop off, but do this later on the replay when it's posted. All right. So we're going to start on the ground with a trapezius or trap stretch. What you're going to do is grab your arm behind you and pull on it down. And as you do that, you're going to send your neck away and down a little bit. So my chin is kind of going back towards that trap. You should really feel this along the back of your neckline. So we're going to start there. 1 minute on each side. So again, I'm taking my arm, 2, 1. I'm pulling it down, and then I'm sending my head to the side away from that. I'm just bringing my chin a little down. You'll know when you're there because you will feel it. The muscle's called the levator scapula. It connects from your C-spine or your neck down into your traps. All the way into your shoulder blade. So play around with that range of motion a little bit. Pull down on that arm, look away. Chin starts going a little back towards that shoulder. And this is something that's constantly tight on me, but we did a lot of overhead today. With the thrusters, the devil's presses. 1. Switch arms. So now I'm putting my left back, I'm grabbing with my right arm, pulling down towards the ground, and then leaning my head to the right and tucking my chin back and down. And play around, don't let your shoulders round out, play around with that range of motion also. On this side, on my left, I feel it down more towards my joint where the trap comes into the shoulder there. And breathe always in the stretch. Could look down a little more. Play around with the range of motion in your neck. Sideways, looking down. And rest. All right, now we're going to do something we've done before, night to hamstring stretch. So you're going to have one knee back and down. We're going to be in a deep lunge here. Good wide position. Sucking my belly button in towards my spine so my stomach and front aren't rounding, keeping everything upright. And then we're going to kick back a little bit onto our heel and lean forward until we feel the hamstring stretch. Flow back and forth between these two positions. It's not a ton of movement. As I send my hip back, I'm leaning into it, hinging at the hip. One thing to really watch when you're working on these movements is your hip alignment. When I lean forward, my hip tends to want to go out. Really focus on keeping them square. Switch sides. I'm patting my knee. That's what feels good. And my left side is worse. So as soon as I go into this, I feel my torso start leaning this way. So I'm actively working to keep everything in line. You may even want to widen your leg out a little bit. And then again, floating. My toe comes up as I go send my butt back. Hinge at that hip and lean into it. And then when I'm going into that low hip lunge, I'm trying to think my belly button's in, my torso is up. Don't let your hips cave. It's really bad on this left side for me. I could really feel it pulling. My hip really wants to go out. So I'm actively working to keep it in. 2, 1, rest. All right, little forearm. What we're gonna do is get on the ground on all fours. Send those hands pointing back towards you. Right now they're stacked under my shoulders and my arms are pretty perpendicular to the ground. What I want to do is just sit back towards my hips, just until I feel that stretch going up my forearms. A little goes a long way here. But we were gripping those dumbbells today. This will also help if you want to improve your front rack with the barbell. Just leaning back just until you feel that stretch. Do not force yourself into this. This is something you do a little bit. Keep working on it. Keep working on it. And then last one for our shoulders is a table. So from here, I'm going up almost like a crab walk. Hips are going up towards the sky. My head is going back. My hands are right under my shoulders. My hands are pointing backwards, or my fingers. If this is a little too much for you, do a glute bridge. Right now I'm squeezing my glutes, my hamstrings, making sure my hips aren't sagging. My head's leaning back, really feeling this across my chest and shoulders. And again, if this is too much, you could go down to your shoulders and do a glute bridge and work that lower posterior chain. Two, one. All right, that's one of my favorites. It goes all the way down the biceps. With this mobility, you know, there's as much to it as controlling yourselves in the position as much as it is relaxing into it. And so it is some active work sometimes to make sure your body's going into good alignment. But when you train hard, you also have to recover hard. So I'm a big proponent of it. You all did a great job. We did it again, another Thursday or Tuesday or any other day in the books. Keep showing up, keep consistent with your goals, and thank you for joining me as always.
Eric, I think the finishers used to be 3 rounds, so I just want to
We're
call
upping our
out that
game here.
extra.
That's, I told you, the icing on the cake. So
Oh, there's a little
That'll
extra
help
icing
us
on there.
Cake later. All right, y'all. Have a great week. I will see you next time.
Thanks a lot, man. Take care.
Everybody.
Take care.
Bye.
Tim, double unders are really improving.
Yeah, got one unbroken round and most only had like 1 trip. It's getting
Very
there.
noticeable. Great job.
Amazing. Oh
Keep
my
up the
God.
work.
All right, take it easy, man.
All right, take care.